playing music on the side of the room, you know? But right nowadays, I'm holding the space. We're helping kids, and you're going to get a lot more of the information and knowledge on the actual life from people that are out and doing it.
I mean, I'm kind of not doing it right now either, though. But I'm also kind of stuck, though. There's a difference.
But you were doing when you were doing it a lot more than I was, and you have a lot more of like the direct experience of it. Because like I had 3 months with Heather.
I mean, she's out there doing it.
They're hunter now.
Yeah, hunters out there doing it. They are out there doing it. Well, actually, no, they're settled down now too.
Huh? No, he's been
off the face tattoo. God damn it.
So, like, how many states y'all travel? Like, Spiff, how many states you been?
I've been to every state continental besides Kentucky. So Hawaii, Alaska, and Kentucky is every state other than that. And it's weird too, because based on everywhere that I've been, even in the states, in like the South, to go everywhere except for Kentucky, it's almost like I've been avoiding it. I haven't, but it's strange.
And like, what have you found in your travels?
That's a weird question.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
That's
of
a big one,
right?
Oh, I don't know. What do you mean by that?
So yeah, that's a vague question.
That is a very vague question. I'm good with. I'm a simple man. I'm good with specifics.
So when you travel to a new place, like what's the let's just keep it simple. What's the first thing that you do when you travel to a new place? Like
probably find where I'm going to sleep for the night. If I'm somewhere I don't know, and I've spent a lot of my time traveling with homie over here, and he's good on those maps. He finds the spots. I'm pretty basic. I can't lie. I'm cool with the Walmart parking lot for the night. Like my dog knows parking lots very well. He's an off-leash dog, so it's really a matter of where am I like cool sleeping, where are the cops not gonna come knock on my window or knock on his tent, or and where's my dog gonna be good to be off leash and not just stuck in the van for the night. That's probably the first thing I do is figure out where I'm gonna sleep.
Okay.
I try to avoid tweakers, so if I'm basically anywhere besides the Northeast, that plays a huge role in
How do you know someone's a tweaker?
You know,
sure.
If they have a couple spare microwave parts attached to a string around their neck.
Is it 4:15 in the morning? They're yelling at themselves while looking at the ground.
Or wearing a boot as a hat.
Yeah.
We got ourselves a tweaker.
All right.
I try to avoid them. The first thing I do to a town. What am I going to do to y'all day? I mean, I do.
In New Orleans over the Atlantic Bridge, they play football every day.
Because if I have money in my pocket for another day when I get to a town, I don't know. I'm all about making miles and having a destination. That's one thing about me that varies from a lot of other people too. Like,
how do you pick your destinations?
Well, so I've been traveling about 3 years now. The first time I hit the road, I had zero destination at all. Me and my friend bought a school bus and tore out all the seats. So he put his bed in there. Really, he bought a school bus and I drove. So he put a bed in the back. We had a couch in there, a tiny little kitchenette type scenario. We drove from Maine all the way to New Mexico, and then I actually turned into a tweaker myself in New Mexico.
What New Mexico
got
blew, man.
A swift kick off the bus. He's like, "Oh, you want to be a guy in the bushes? Here, go be a guy in the bushes." And I fucking love Carson for that to this day. Because I needed to be a guy in the bushes for a while to realize that I don't want to be a guy in the bushes. You know what I mean? Sometimes that's what it takes. And so I'll forever fucking love Carson for that, being real with me. But I didn't have a destination, but I really loved the desert while I was down there. I think that played a big role into me. So I got really sick down there, obviously, like I was just saying, and kind of got rescued by my family because I was a little open with them about what I was going through down there. They got me back up to Mass. I got myself into a program, but then went a little bit insane after the program, fucking being stuck here and just going to meetings and doing the same thing every day. I was on probation for a while and that kind of saved my life, but then I started to go a little too insane up here, started using again, and I was like, I know a simple solution is just like not be here.
Yeah.
You know? And so I hit the road again. I went to Arizona. I heard good things about Arizona. My friend had friends down there in a town called Sedona, which is
Okay,
Right.
Sedona.
Sedona's cool. It's yuppie as hell. Like,
Vortex.
yeah, nothing but crystal shops and people with RVs at this point, and then homeless people. But it's a cool place. It's beautiful. It is fucking madness, dude.
Sounds like Salem.
Sedona's cool though. I will go back. The desert is where my dog got sick with. He had what's called valley fever, which is a fungal infection that grows in the desert. It grows in the dirt, and he dug some holes. This has nothing to do with the first thing I do when I get to town. Jesus
Well, like it
Christ.
seems like that's all stuff. Like you're traveling, you're in the desert, the dog digs the holes, you get sick. Like these are things that you had to deal with.
These are the things that led me to exactly where I am now. Like I would still be traveling if it weren't for him. If he didn't get sick, I picked up my friend in Texas, and we came back up here just to kind of see my parents for a little bit and go back out west when it started to get cold. But he ended up passing away, and my dog had valley fever, and we were just stuck. I had nowhere else to go, so I'm just back in my parents' house right now. I don't know. I feel like that has nothing to do with the question you're asking, though. Damn, now you're gonna have to edit.
I'm gonna
stuff.
lead into another question.
Okay,
that
all
kind
right.
of falls in line. So do you feel like when you're stuck in a place, do you like is like the kind of like the wanderer's life? Does it call you? Like what happens?
Oh yeah, I think about hitting the road again every day. Even like, so I've been working again lately too, which kind of half helps with me staying sane and half doesn't.
Yep.
And even packing up for these because I have the next couple of days off. That's why I'm here at homie's house, and I was packing like my instruments into the car and a couple of blankets. And when I got in the van, it felt like I was leaving again because I don't know, having a van full of stuff, and my dog was in the van, and he was in the van. I was like, yeah, let's fucking get out of here. But I don't know. I think about it a lot. Honestly.
What's the feeling when you're on the road? Like what feels good about it?
Everything, honestly. Well, I mean, there's struggles to it. Don't get me wrong. Especially if you don't have money. You know, not knowing if you're gonna be able to get your next beer or burrito is a scary thought. But there's skills that I learned through the people that I traveled with, like free fooding places and dumpster diving, and like there's not, if you're hungry while you're traveling, you're doing it fucking wrong. Like there's no excuse unless you're in the absolute middle of nowhere and there's no place around. Like you're doing it wrong. Like I don't know. You can get everything you need. Everything you need comes to you. So the things you want, you got to work for, or you got to put out for, and that might mean holding a piece of cardboard or begging or playing an instrument for some dollars, But if you are thirsty, the universe will provide water. If you are hungry, the universe is going to provide you bread. Like, my dog does not go hungry. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm really bad at answering questions.
No, you're doing a good job. And you know what?
Hey, fuck yeah.
I got two more questions for you.
All right.
Because I heard this story before, and I thought this was interesting, and I'm sure people will find it interesting too. And it's just like it explains that human connection piece of how we kind of come together. But you were traveling out in the middle of nowhere, and you found one of your close traveler friends.
Yeah, it was like my fucking brother. That's my best friend for sure, right there.
Bridge in California.
Yeah, where was it? What was the town?
Newberry Springs.
Newberry Springs,
Yeah.
the middle of goddamn Tweakersville in the desert, absolutely middle of nowhere. It was like 95 degrees out too. I was with my friend. I was actually leaving Sedona. So my dog, he's 2 years old now. I promised him by the time he turned 1, when he was just a little potato, that I would show him both of the coasts, and I stuck to that. Since I was already in Arizona, that was my first time out that direction as far west as I've ever been. So me and my friend Adam, who I was in Arizona with, were like, hey, let's go to San Diego. So we started driving out that way, showed my dog the coast, and we were heading back to Arizona. We stopped at this gas station to try and gas spange. Spange is short for like spare changing. It means to like beg, basically, to bum people. Gas jugging is another term for it, like having an actual jug. But we were jugging, trying to get back east. We got some gas at a truck stop, and we were heading underneath this bridge to do a turnaround to get to the highway. And I saw this, what I was positive tweaker under a bridge. I'm still honestly not sure.
Wait a second.
All right.
You got him?
Yeah, we drove under this bridge. There was this dude under the bridge. And I was driving, and my friend Adam was like, "Wait, stop, turn around." And I was like, "Nah, not stopping for that guy." And he was like, "Nah, turn around." It's like, "Fuck, fine." So we turned around, and we pulled up underneath the bridge, saw him, and I was like, "Hey, yo, you got any speed?" Trying to like see if he was a tweaker. He was like, "No." I was like, "All right, fine, hop in." And yeah, dude, that's been like my best fucking friend ever since. The first thing I asked him was like, "Oh, what kind of music you listen to?" And he was like, "Oh, shitty's music, like
Ska punk.
Yeah,
Ska punk.
yeah." I was like, "All right, yeah, you can fucking stay, dude. You can fucking stay." Yeah, honestly, the bulk of my traveling I've done since then has been with him. It's convenient because he likes to drive and I don't. I have a vehicle and he doesn't. We just use each other. It's cool.
It's the healthiest toxic relationship.
Yes, that's what you were talking. Where's your wine?
It's right here. Yes.
Welcome,
Salud.
Cheers.
Salud.
Honestly, let me.
What do you got going on?
Did you ask the 2 questions that you had?
Well, the other question is, I was just going to ask a quick one. Is like, what do you got for advice for like anybody out there that's might be homeless or traveling, especially?
Well, if
2-11
they're
is
homeless
better.
and not traveling, my advice would be traveling.
Okay.
Yeah, but if they're homeless and traveling and need advice,
High gravity malt liquor.
Christ. Jesus Christ. If keep moving again, like I'd be the same. It'd be keep moving because I've noticed and again, I have a different brain as an addict that most people do, but a lot of the times my biggest problem is me. But it starts with being in one place for too long, and as an addict specifically, my brain needs constant stimulation. So this is a biased answer, but all I can do is speak for myself. You know what I mean?
All right.
Keep moving because there's always something new to see out there. Even if it is just another Dollar General and Waffle House, it's out there. You'll fucking see it.
All right. Cool. Thanks, Spiff, man. I appreciate
Absolutely, dude. Anytime.
I also want to add on to that, to be good to good people in that. To like make connections and make friendships and be good to good people, so that while you're continuing to move, you can have people to be with every time you get to a place. You come to a place and you're already part of that fucking community because you have fucking love there.
Yeah, there's not a state in this country I can't go to where I either don't already know somebody or have somebody who can link me up with somebody, and that's vital, especially what we were talking about, when it comes to Turtle having this place for people. My house is kind of a quieter one. I accept a couple people and a couple dogs at a time, but there are those places everywhere, and you won't find them if you don't look for them. If you're just miserable under a bridge in California.
But now I'm miserable in a house in Massachusetts. I'm just miserable.
But yeah, dude, be vocal, man. You'll network, find those people, because like minds find each other, and you always will. Don't ignore it when you find it. If you find someone you vibe with, fucking get their Facebook, get their fucking phone number, get their pager or whatever. Like network, dude. That's a big part of being able to keep doing what I'm doing.
Make good connections and network. All right.
Yeah, for sure.